Hello, I'm Arthur Erickson, Genealogy Librarian at Greensboro Public Library, and I would like to share with you one of our sources of unique local and genealogical information, a database we created here in the library called Guilford County Men and Women Who Served in World War II. The information was originally recorded on 3x5 index cards during the war and in the few years following it. In the months after the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, the federal government instructed every county in the nation to appoint someone to oversee the collection of information about servicemen and women in their county. Nellie Rowe Jones, a truly remarkable figure in librarianship and the librarian in Greensboro at the time, began that very task on her own initiative on December 8th. You can get into this source from our homepage, greensborolibrary.org, by hovering over Research and then dropping down to Genealogy. From there, we scroll down a bit and select Search for Greensboro and Guilford Ancestry. Over the past 2 decades, we've assembled quite a few sources for local history and genealogy, but today we're going to look at Guilford County people who served in World War II. A couple notes about what this source is and isn't. It's a database of a little over 19,000 people who were in service of one sort or another and who were from or lived in Greensboro or Guilford County. It is not a list of the approximately 150,000 men in the Army Air Force who passed through the Greensboro Overseas Replacement Depot. Everyone in this source, as far as we know, actually lived in this area at one point or another. Many more servicemen passed through the ORD, but the vast majority had no local roots to speak of. Any of these links will get us into the database. These records can all be browsed according to area of service. Most of them are in traditional military services, but a good many served in other ways. You can browse any given list by clicking the type of service and then sorting alphabetically by surname and given name in any way that you would like. The search box within any given service only searches that particular list. So to search the entire database, we click on World War II search over on the left here, and then type in whatever it is that you are looking for. To view more information than what appears on this list for any given individual, click the little symbol of an eyeball on the leftmost column, and that will show what we've recorded for that given person. Of particular interest are the 2 fields, source and notes. More often than not, the source is a newspaper. Sometimes it's a different kind of source. It will say when that's the case. So the first one here is News, June 16, 1944. That is to say, Greensboro Daily News, June 16, 1944. The notes field, if there is one, more often than not, will contain information about a service person's parents or spouse, but sometimes it will also be information about events that happened to them while they were in service. So thank you for turning in. I hope you avail yourself of this resource and that it proves useful. And I expect to be back soon highlighting some of our other sources that we've created over the years.